Oh look, another disastrous upcoming presentation by EA Play 2020. Hey guys, NikoTheLegend here, also known as the well-mannered teenager and the snowflake. Well, I got news for you folks. So, Bioware, yeah, seems to be trickling back in, leaving little breadcrumb trails for us, huh? It seems that we can't just get the company out of our heads. And I tried to get out of my head, but you know what? I feed myself with this nonsense, and you know what? I'm not helping anyone. I'm not helping myself. But maybe one of you out there will find some use of this video. So what are we talking about? Well, we're going to be kind of talking about a few things here and there, but the main thing is going to be BioWare's being relevant this year in 2020. Like, this is their last chance to do something to make me be like, okay, BioWare's won me back over. Now, I know it sounds over the top. I know it sounds like I'm just asking for trouble. But we're at this point of the year that trouble is just a part of the society that we live in today. So, not trying to start any other rants or nothing like that. I've said my piece on that. I've said my beef. So you can check out those videos from last week or something. Anyway, so BioWare needs to stay relevant. This is their last chance. And what do I mean by relevant? Well, I mean actually staying within our thoughts and prayers, like us actually giving a shit about them. You know, kind of feeling the second coming of BioWare, which could very well happen, okay? Now, many civilizations rise and fall, Rome to be an exact thing. They never rose back up, though. But maybe not on the, once they were completely destroyed and rise back, maybe they had a downfall, a small one, and then they came back up in their own way. You lose battles, you lose wars, but it shouldn't end you entirely, right? The legacy should live on somehow, hopefully in a good light. But BioWare hasn't been doing that for themselves. I think the last nail in the coffin was Anthem's just disastrous launch. Now, in BioWare's defense, in recent events, is EA putting Mass Effect 3, Dragon Age 2, and Inquisition on there, which was pretty cool on Steam. Putting it on Steam, which was a big surprise. But you do have to buy all the DLC again. I think it would have been cool if you already bought it on EA or Origins, you don't have to pay for the Steam versions. But that's just a me thing, because as much as I love these games, I'm like, oh, fudge, I gotta spend all the money again on the DLC bundles and stuff like that. But that's another topic for another time. What I'm trying to say is that BioWare is staying a bit topical, which is good. Now, we have this thing called EA Play 2020, and this is like EA's way of showing itself in the mainstream media for gaming, and then just usually a part of E3, just kind of keeping itself. I guess the word of this video is going to be topical or relevant, and they're trying to show off new things coming out, and pretty much it's the same deal over and over. It's these new sports games, maybe another Star Wars game, which we're seeing Star Wars Squadrons, which by the way looks not interesting to me at all, because I don't know what this game is. Is it like is it like Battlefront 2, where it's just straight up dogfighting, because we already got that in the campaign of the game 2 and the multiplayer? Or is it like Rogue Squadron, kind of like that, you go on missions, different planets and stuff, and they got different things for you to do. It was pretty fun on the N64 and on the GameCube. But I don't know. I don't even know. EA's trailers and how they work with these companies are very, very poorly made. Just like Battlefield 5's trailer was very poorly made. Ooh, Nico, what do you mean by that? Well, watch it and find out. You'll understand. So, now, the question is, it's like, will BioWare be there? Honestly, who the hell knows? Nobody knows. And we got tomorrow to... Oh, God, I got to post this real quick. We got until tomorrow to find out. Man, this would be a good way for BioWare to come back with a vengeance, in a good light, because vengeance can be a downfall for many of companies. But, from what this article is telling me, you got Anthem 2.0. Listen, I don't think we'll ever hear anything about that for a long time, and I hope we never do. For all you people that like to defend that trashy-ass game, I don't get you. Just admit that you wasted your money. Just admit it. Come on. It's objectively terribly bad. I mean, come on. You like playing trash? Fine. You're the ones. I commend you for blind optimism, you want to stick with it, fine, whatever. You know, as they say, if I don't like it, I shouldn't play it. But I can sure as shit talk about it, okay? Because, you know, I'm a human being, and that's how petty I can be. So Anthem, I doubt we'll see anything. That's already out of the picture. Okay, let's get the Dragon Age 4. Well, that game's been talked about for the past, I don't know, 3 years, maybe even longer. It's been delayed. It's been development crews have been shifted. You know, we've seen a teaser trailer. It doesn't really show too much. And now we know. Now we kind of get an idea when the game's going to come out. Maybe in the next 2 years, 3 years. It's still a long fucking way. It's just like another Elder Scrolls, 6 type of deal. They don't know when it's going to come out. For some reason, these big Bioware projects take forever to bring out. And it's like, it's either you don't spend enough time on it, or you spend a lot of time on it, and they still suck. So you can give that to Mass Effect 3 or Dragon Age 2, or 5 years for Mass Effect Andromeda, trash, and then 8 years for Beyond, just kidding, Anthem, and it's trash. So, the Bioware magic doesn't work quite a bit. They've been gambling. Dragon Age Inquisition worked for them, apparently, because they got Game of the Year. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying Mass Effect 3 was bad, but the ending originally, the original ending for the game was polarizing for a lot of people. And that's... Dragon Age 2 started the shitstorm for sure. And, oh man, Anthem was the nail in the coffin. So, we maybe might see something from Dragon Age 4 just because it's been a couple of years since the last teaser trailer. And that would be great. I'd be like, okay, I can get a little bit excited. Maybe it can actually show what they did for Dragon Age Inquisition, like a really dope-ass gameplay trailer or something. Or just like some trailer that actually shows like the character models, like some teaser. Not just like some, not simple, but like just plain Jane animation, like, hey, look, I drew this. Like, no, we want to see actual 3D models and stuff and like the game actually in motion. You know what I'm saying? Not to discredit all those fantastic artists out there because they do some amazing stuff, amazing work. So, not looking good so far for Bioware. Now, number 3. Okay, now this is the big one. This is the supposed announcement and confirmation of the Mass Effect Trilogy remaster. Now, I already did a video on that, on confirming it, or just talking about it in general, and how it's a possibility that could come out, and this could be the perfect segue to leading to the next Mass Effect game, which could very well tie in with the Shepard story, which would be fantastic, because if you played your cards right in Mass Effect 3, Shepard survives. And we sure as hell would love to see the continuation of that. Not Andromeda's storyline, I'm sorry. No. Leave that game out of existence. Just please forget about it. Because even in Andromeda, they try retconning some shit in there. And then it's just like, no, it's not good. Not good at all. It's absolutely terrible. So, the trilogy would be a good way to bring Mass Effect into relevancy. Remind people why Bioware was the shit, the tits, the bomb diggity. Let us know that they're still putting their heart and soul into these games. They still really care about us fans. And they're actually working together, unlike on Anthem, which was just a disaster from start to finish. Which I have a whole video on that if you're ever curious about that. It's an hour-long video, but it goes into all the details of that game, of what it took to make it, and it's a sad story. It's dark. But, not to sidestep here, this would be great, and, if this is just icing on, cherry on top, just see something, someone talking about Mass Effect 5, okay? Just like maybe just a little hint, like maybe there's like a teaser or something, we see like a logo for it. I don't know, it's possible. I don't know, something. Something to get our hopes up a little bit. I don't know how much, because Bioware is in the shitter right now, but like I said, there's always turnarounds. Just because you have a few bad games, okay, like half a dozen bad games, or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't mean that they're the worst company ever. But, you gotta have a good finale, a good ending, so let's hope they shape it up. So, I'm saying in the end that Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster would be the most possible approach. Best thing for them to do, you know? Now, don't be surprised if they don't show anything Bioware, okay? Do not be surprised, which would be very upsetting because, as a previous article stated on a video I did, that EA has an unannounced remaster announcement or something like that. And people are thinking that's the Mass Effect trilogy. So it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Honestly, that's the only thing I'm going to give a shit about this whole EA Play 2020. I don't care about anything else. Okay, if there was no Bioware ever in EA Play, I would never care about it. Okay, I don't even care if Star Wars was involved like it is now. Star Wars Squadrons, I don't care. I don't care. It's not an SO Republic 3. I don't care. So, this is the best way for Bioware to stay relevant. This is going to be their way. Their like I said, the door shall open again, and they shall step through, bring many of gifts to us followers who still hope that they haven't forgotten about us. And I don't think they have. It's just, like I said, people lose their way, teams lose their way, individuals, people aren't looking at the bigger picture. They get frustrated and because nobody's working on the same page. So sometimes it takes a reality check, a slap in the face, financially, from both companies, EA and Bioware, and just emotionally, or physically and emotionally. You know, sometimes it takes a hard fall, and it takes a lot of strength to get back up, and that's where it really counts. So, what doesn't kill them makes them stronger. So I'm hoping Bioware, if you ever watch this, anybody who works at Bioware, I appreciate it. I hope you're doing your darndest, your damn best for us to, not just for us, but for yourself in an honest way, in an honest light, to keep the ball rolling. Because we don't want to see you guys go down in the shithole. We don't want that. Giving up is an option for me on you guys, and I've been contemplating. But when I hear about a trilogy remaster of the games that made me super, super happy in life, one of the best franchises I ever played, you know, one of the best games ever, Mass Effect, just amazing. So, what do you guys think? I know this was a little bit of a long video, but I kind of wanted to get that out. EA plays tomorrow, so hopefully we get enough input from you guys. What are you looking most forward at the EA Play? And do you think Bioware, do you think this is going to be their best option to stay relevant for us in 2020? Or else they're just going to be, as, you know, current topical thing to say is Gone with the Wind. Thanks for canceling that movie. Was it HBO Max? Yeah. Oh boy. Ridiculous. So yeah, let me know. And you know, it's always been a pleasure. If you want to see more NikoTheLegend, of course, I'm here on the YouTube. I'm here on Twitch. I'm also here on Twitter. You won't like what I have to say about political stuff or people I like, but that, you know what? We're human beings, so you're not going to like me anyway. Either way. So, Pathfinders, let's hope that there's some light at the end of this tunnel. And I don't know. Just good luck, I guess, at this point. And, you know, like I said, don't be disappointed if you don't see anything. Don't be disappointed. I'm going to be disappointed because I do want to see something, but just be prepared. Be prepared to not be surprised so you're not completely let down. All right, Pathfinders, you guys take care.